welcome to my channel, and today I have my finale for 25 in 2025 for you. Since it's finale, it means that I've completed all of my goals and I successfully finished 25 makeup products this year. At least 25. So in this finale I will talk about each of 25 products, and I will do it in almost chronological order. So I will start with products that I finished in Q1 of this year, and I will end with products that I finished in Q4. So let's just jump into this video. I feel it might be quite a long one. In Q1 I finished 8 out of 25 products that were in this project, and let me talk you through them quite quickly. So first of all, I finished this Silk Obsession Mattifying Foundation from Elian Russia. I had the shade 12 and it was a little bit too dark for me. It was a nice mattifying foundation. It had medium to full coverage. I really liked using it, but since the shade was just a little bit off, I've decided to finish it up. And I had quite a good time with this foundation. I really enjoyed using it, but I wouldn't repurchase it. First of all, because I can't do it, and second of all because I'm not sure that Elian Russia is cruelty free. The second product also comes from Elian Russia, and it's the Vibrant Skin Concealer. I had the shade 02 Light, and it was a little bit dark for me too. Moreover, I think it oxidized on my skin quite a little bit, and it was an okay concealer, but I wouldn't repurchase it even if I could, because of the fact that it oxidized on my skin. It had quite a nice medium coverage. It could cover my dark circles, my veins and my blemishes on my skin, but I prefer more lightening concealer nowadays. I've also finished this Hyaluronic Fix Hydrating Fixing Spray from Revolution, and it was quite a nice fixing spray. I can't really say anything good or bad about it. I use these fixing sprays or setting sprays just to melt all of my powders together, and for that purpose this spray worked quite well. I might have repurchased it, to be honest, but I would consider doing it otherwise, just because it was just a nice spray. I wouldn't go out of my way to do it, but yeah, it's just a nice spray. I don't know what else to say about it. And all of these products that I've talked about just now were quite easy to finish for me, because I could use them daily and it wasn't any chore to use them. I finished a liquid highlighter as well. It's from Revolution and it was in the shade Bronzed Glow. Granted, it was just a mini, so it took me not so long to finish it, to be honest. I quite enjoyed this liquid highlighter, but it was a little bit too dark for me. That's why I wanted to move it out of my collection and use it up. It was a nice illuminating product, but I wouldn't repurchase it, just because I found that I prefer powder highlighters more. And it was also quite easy to finish. I didn't have any problems with this highlighter. I finished one of the blushes from this palette. It was blush in the shade Instant. That's what it looked like basically, and it was quite dark blush. I can't really show you anything in this palette because it's empty. Oh, and I'm quite happy about it. But I quite liked this blush, but it wasn't anything special, to be honest. It was okay, Well, come to think of it, I don't think that I liked it very much. I could use it, but it wasn't really enjoyable for me to use, and I was waiting until it was finished. I couldn't really tell you how I felt about it throughout the whole couple of months that I've been using it almost daily, and it showed me that I didn't really enjoy it. So I was glad that it was finished, and yeah, I'm just happy that this blush is done and is out of my collection, and to be honest, I don't even think about it. But it was also just a mini powder blush. In Q1, I've also finished a custom mixed bronzer. It's honestly just an empty packaging because I've mixed a bronzer from a powder that was too dark for me and a highlighter that was too dark for me, and together they work quite well as a bronzer, but I really wanted to finish that mix this year, and I'm happy to say that I did it. It was quite nice. It wasn't anything special, but I really liked that I created a glowy bronzer that looked good on me. I had a great time using it up, but I'm happy that it's out of my collection for now, and I'm really happy that I found a way to use two products that weren't really suitable for my skin. I just mixed them together and created something that I actually really enjoyed. And the last two products that I finished in Q1 are lip products. First of them is this elixir lip oil from Elian Russia, and it was a really nice lip oil. It had slight pinky peachy tint. It's in the shade 01 Lagoon, by the way, but on the lips it was a clear lip oil, and that's why I used it up by applying it before I went to bed. I always moisturize my lips before I go to bed, and nowadays I really like using lip oils for that. And I think that was my first lip oil that I tried using in the evening before sleep, and since then I started using other lip oils to do it. So I really liked this product. It was really nice, moisturizing. I wouldn't repurchase it just because I can't, and once again, I'm not sure that Elian Russia is a cruelty-free brand, but it was really nice to use. And this product sparked my love for lip oils. And the last product that I finished in Q1 is this lip gloss from Revolution in their collab with Shrek, and it was in the shade Farquaad, and it was a really nice red lip gloss, but I didn't really like the formula of it because it was too thick. On the one hand, it didn't really stay on my lips, but on the other hand, it was so pigmented and it was so, I don't know, thick that it would go outside of my lip line, even if I used a lip liner with this gloss. So I didn't really like it. It was just a mini, and I'm really glad that it left my collection. In Q2, I've managed to finish 11 products, and let's start with this palette once again. My goal was to finish quite a lot of products from this palette, so I wanted to finish 3 blushes, 1 bronzer and 2 eyeshadows from this palette, but I've managed to finish all of it. But anyway, in Q2 I finished a blush and a bronzer from this palette. So I finished Bahama Mama and Down Boy. I fell in love with Down Boy blush. I really wanted to repurchase it. I found a dupe for it, thank God, but it was just a really nice pink blush. I fell in love with it. I've used it daily. Like, really I've used it almost every day before I finished it, and I had a great time using it up. I felt kind of natural towards this Bahama Mama bronzer just because it was okay. It was just okay. It was a little bit dark for my skin tone, at least I felt like it, but I could make it work. This bronzer wasn't anything special to me, to be honest, so I'm glad that it's out of my collection. And I can show you once again all of this empty palette. So I finished in Q2 this bronzer and this blush. I finished the setting powder in Q2 as well. It's from Illamasqua and it's loose powder in the shade translucent. I have some product in it now, but it's two different powders mixed together. It's not an original powder from Illamasqua. So I've been using it in my rolling project pen as most of these items, to be honest, and it worked quite well. It was a really great setting powder. I liked using it, but it wasn't anything special. Since then I've tried other powders that I liked more, so I wouldn't repurchase this powder, but it was okay to use it up. I didn't have any complaints towards it. Another packaging that has a different product in it is this Love You Oatmeal Styling Soap, and it was just styling soap for my brows. Right now it has a little bit of a cream highlighter that I'm trying to use up, but the original product from this packaging is gone, and it was quite a task to use up. I didn't like it at all, really. I'm so glad that I was able to finish it. Since finishing this product and another one, I found out that styling soap are just not for me. I just prefer my, I don't know, brow gels, and that's it. I don't really want to use anything like that ever again. At least I feel like this for now. So I'm really glad that this product is empty and that I was able to finish it. It haunts my nightmares still. I've also finished my mineral brow powder from Kristall Minerals. I had a shade gray brown, and I don't really have a pen of this product now because I'm reusing it currently for different product, but I finished it all, and it was a nice brow powder, but it was too light for me. Also, it was very old, so it was crumbling quite a bit, and I had to use quite a lot of this powder because it didn't really have a lot of color payoff. So I wouldn't repurchase this brow powder, and to be honest, right now I'm using just brown eyeshadows in my brows, and they work also quite well for that purpose. So I don't have a need really for these types of products. In Q2 I finished an eyeliner from Charlotte Tilbury. It was a duo eyeliner from their nudes collection, I think, and it had a nude side and a brown side. I've used nude side just on my waterline, and I've used brown side on my tight line. It took me quite a long time to finish this eyeliner, but it was okay. I really liked how it looked on me. I liked that brown side didn't smudge on me, and like nude side, well, it didn't do a lot, at least in my opinion, but it was okay to use. Anyway, I'm not really missing this product because I have other eyeliners in my collection, other nude eyeliners, other brown and black eyeliners, so it was fine, but it wasn't anything special. I finished a whole full-size highlighter in Q2. Well, granted, I've been using it for a long time. It shattered on me, it broke on me quite a few times, and I had to repress it, so I don't know, I think I've lost quite a bit of this highlighter throughout the years. I've had it since, oh my god, since 2019 or 2018, so it was with me for quite some time, and I really love this highlighter, so I've been using it quite a bit before 2025. I really enjoyed using this highlighter. It was a great pleasure for me. By the end of its life, it started really crumbling, and it wasn't that, I don't know, fun to use it, but it still was okay. I'm glad that I used it up. Well, first of all, because it was getting cold, and second of all, because makeup forever is not cruelty free, and I'm trying to use up all of my non-cruelty free items in my collection, and I'm trying to buy only cruelty free makeup, skincare, body care, hair care, like every beauty and makeup product. So I'm glad that it's finished, but I miss it a little bit because it was a great pink everyday highlighter for me. I finished 2 Creme eyeshadows in Q2, and first of them was this paint pot from MAC in the shade Painterly, and I've used it up as an eye base, eye primer, and it worked quite well. I quite liked it, and it created a nice blank canvas on my eyes almost, but I wouldn't really miss it. I really enjoy using my Urban Decay primer potion right now. I'm just not into cream eyeshadows for now, even if I use them as eye base. And moreover, MAC is not cruelty free, so I wouldn't purchase from them again. I have also longwear eyeshadow stick from Luminizer in the shade 1, and it was the shade something bronze, I think, but I've even scraped everything out of it. I forgot about it, but basically it was this bronzy color, and it was nice. It was really nice. I've used it almost as a pop of color, as accent shades all over my lid, and it worked quite well for that purpose. I enjoyed using it, but I wouldn't repurchase it just because I have now some pressed powder in the shadows that do for me the same that this eyeshadow stick did. So they work like pops of colors on my lid, and for me it's easier to use just pressed shadows. But it was a nice eyeshadow stick. I finished another lip gloss from Revolution in Q2, and it's also from their collab with Shrek, but it's in the shade Charming. It was a nicer lip gloss for sure. It also had this red color, but it was a sheer lip gloss, and it moisturized my lips quite well, and I could just use it throughout the day to moisturize my lips. It wasn't that thick, and it didn't have like an amazing color payoff, but it was nice. I enjoyed it more, but I still wouldn't repurchase it because, well, first of all, I'm not really a fan of lip glosses, and second of all, I don't like red lip glosses at all. I much more prefer red bullet lipsticks, for example. And the last product that I finished in Q1 is another lip gloss from Revolution, and it's TheBalm lip gloss. It was in the shade Shimmer, but basically it was a clear shimmery lip gloss, and I loved it. I really loved it. I've used it a lot on the days where I either didn't wear makeup or I was wearing a very light face of makeup. I've traveled with this lip gloss quite a lot, and I've been using it throughout traveling. It was just a moisturizing lip gloss that I could use to have something on my lips, and it really looked great. So I would consider repurchasing something like this, to be honest. It was great. In Q3, I finished just one product, and it was this lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. It's in their Kissing formula, and it was the shade JK Magic. It was a nice neutral shade that I could use every day, and I really liked this formula because it was really moisturizing, but it also had a really great color payoff. I don't know, I just really enjoy it, and I would consider repurchasing it, but for now I'm not purchasing from Charlotte Tilbury. Maybe it will change in the near future, I'm not so sure, but I really liked this lipstick, and I really enjoyed my time with it. And moreover, it was a very nostalgic, sentimental product for me because my parents gifted it to me for one of the New Year's. But it was getting old, so I really wanted to use it up before it went bad. And in Q4, I've used up 5 products. First of them is this lip liner from Bare M. It was, oh no, it's stuck now. One moment. So that's the lip liner, and it was in the shade red. I've been trying to use it up for ages. I've used it quite a bit throughout this year, and I didn't really like the formula of this lip liner because it was very dry for me. So I was really glad that I've managed to use it up, and I'm just happy that it's out of my collection. I have other red lip liners now, and I don't miss this one at all. I have 3 products from this palette, and first of them was this blush Thread Boy. I loved it. I really loved it. I would repurchase it in a heartbeat, but it's discontinued, unfortunately. It was a really nice peachy pink shade that I could use with almost any look. It was a really nice neutral blush, and I felt like it suited me quite well. It was the type of blush that I didn't really have to think about much, and I just loved using it, to be honest. Also, I've used up 2 of the eyeshadows from this palette, and I think there were these 2 browns. I've mixed them together, and I've mixed in, I think, something else in them, and I've used them up as bronzer. It wasn't a very great bronzer for me. It was a little bit cool toned to my liking, but I still managed to make it work. I still managed to use it up, and I'm really happy about it, but I won't be missing that Franken bronzer at all. And the last, and I think the most exciting product that I was able to finish in Q4, that was in this project, was my Naked palette from Urban Decay. It's an original naked palette, and as you can see, it's completely empty. It was my main pencil palette for 2025, and I'm still very proud that I was able to finish it completely in less than a year. Well, it wasn't brand new. Almost none of these products were brand new when I rolled them into this project, because I've had all of them for some time in my possession. But I'm really happy that I've managed to finish this palette. It will be, I think, my greatest accomplishment regarding painting this year. But yeah, I'm just really happy that it's done now. But that was it for this video. I will do 26 in 2026, and I think I will do my introduction in December. But I'm really happy to wrap up this project 25 in 2025, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I hope you will stay with me on my project painting journey. Thank you again so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!